Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing with a Golgari, what am I trying to say, control deck? Yeah, there we go. I found over on the AetherHub. This thing is full of tons of creature control, and it has the ability to take out artifacts and enchantments as well. Do not put things on the battlefield, opponents, or you will be sorry. If you are interested, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, last scion of the McSuckit clan, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you.
Filmed for a live studio audience.
Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the AetherHub. I was just poking around. It was not posted by anybody in particular, but it said that it had a 77% win rate, and I thought, let's see what qualifies as 77% today. Plus, it was Golgari, and I'm always a big fan of Golgari. It gets a little tiresome because kind of the same thing over and over again, and I thought this one had a few new Wilds of Eldraine card in it. And, if it's not, Golgari ramp, then obviously it's something new. As far as I can tell, this is Golgari control, and that'll be awesome, which means that we are going to be killing creatures and stuff. And then hopefully landing our own dudes and taking people out while they do not have the ability to block. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pound through the cards in this deck super quick, try to figure out what this deck's going to do, and then go out and crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got? We've got Creature Kill, a dude that can self-recurge from the graveyard, a little bit of card draw, and a guy that will self-recurge from the graveyard with Trample. This thing kills artifacts and enchantments, and if you pay extra, it could be any non-land permanent. This guy rips apart graveyards and has Ward. This one kills creatures, makes them discard, and then the Super Saiyan ability is pretty insane, but I never see that happen. Glissa is a Swiss Army knife of activity. First strike death touch means that she kills anything she touches. And then whenever you do damage to a player, you can draw a card, lose a life, or destroy target enchantment, or remove up to 3 counters of target permanent. All right, Sheoldred punishes them for drawing a card, rewards you for drawing a card. Ashiok puts out nightmares that get bigger whenever you exile a card in a turn, but only if a card was put into exile's turn, put a counter on it at the beginning of combat. All right, that's how that happens. Otherwise, so you put out a couple of them, and then you can start exiling stuff to help yourself out. At the Super Saiyan ability, target player exiles top X cards of the library, where X is the total mana values of cards in your own exile. So it means you kind of have the ability to mill people, potentially. Gix's command wipes the board. It can give a dude +2 Popo counters and lifelink, or it can return 2 creatures from your graveyard to your hand. Sheoldred comes out and forces them to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. If you can turn it into a saga, which you can only do if they have 8 or more cards in their graveyard, then you can destroy a target creature or planeswalker. Each opponent discards 3 cards and mills 3 cards. And then the last thing, you put all creature cards from all graveyards into the battlefield under your control. I've done it before. It is space awesome. Space awesome. All right, what we got over here? The adventure is Creature Kill with a little bit of life gain. Just a slice of it, right? Delicious. And then when you put it out for 7, at the beginning of your upkeep, target creature from a graveyard, not just your own, is put onto the battlefield under your control. So this thing is insanely great if you can get up to 7 mana. This manland, you can play for 4, so you need it and 4 more mana, at which point it's a 4/4. And we got a bunch of cool dual lands. This one gets rid of enchantments and artifacts and basically non-basic lands. This one returns things for your graveyard. That's what we got. So what are we doing? We are going to be killing stuff, lots of stuff. Ripping apart enchantments, ripping apart artifacts, killing creatures like crazy, drawing cards, and basically taking things from graveyards and putting them back into play as your own. All right, so that's what we're doing. Before we do that, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of our hearts, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, playing against Fexo. Flexo. Let's see, you've got 2 mana. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's keep it. Let's see if we can make it work. Say no to the bear. There you go. Crystal Head. Crystal Head. Just floats in front of you. All right, let's tear that thing apart. I'm sure you're playing mono red aggro. Well, you don't like the fact you can't chew on your crystal there, bear? He's got another one now. Come on, mana! Not you. Slow mana. All right, we'll just use it to rip this guy apart. All right, he's definitely going to be able to get out his Kumano etching. I don't have the ability to kill it immediately. He'll probably go after Liliana. All right, so I have the ability to kill 2 things. Let's go ahead and put out, let's do this. We'll kill that one right there. And we'll put out a nice Glissa, who acts as a tremendous defense for us. What's he rolling up there? 3? Yikes, that's not good for us. Draw a card, you'll lose life. All right, come on. Oh, the humanity. Squee. I'm sure you don't like it, big old bear. Alright, I can gain some life. I just got to get our pal Sheoldred back out. We're riding really low at the moment. Alright, we're down to 4. He doesn't have a card, man. No attacks. I can't have to protect that 3. Let's hope he doesn't have a lightning strike. Yeah, that's good. He's about to pee pants. I mean, I guess he can get some more. Did he just lightning strike me there? Nope. Alright, so that could take her out as soon as I want. I just need 2 left over. So, let's be safe about the situation, though. He's got 2 guys. We'll just send in 1. Alright, so we got 2 defenders. He's gonna have 2 guys. I can rip one of them apart. Alright, Sheoldred, do your duty. Do your duty there. Teach him what Sheoldred does. And we win! Victory! Alright, playing against MARCEL POULIN. MARCEL POULIN. POULIN. All caps. He's bringing for the all caps package. I'm a zombie. I'm a zombie elf. I'm a Phyrexian zombie elf. It's a lot of damage to me. Nope. So draw a card, lose a life. We can do it. Let's just go ahead and put our proud Glissa. Go in for an attack. See if he's just willing to trade off. Totes. There we go. I gotta say, every time I put a Glissa out, somebody always ossifies her. Gone! Alright, now I'm open to... I didn't necessarily want to lose life. I mean, I could have drawn a card there. Oh, he's doing a lot to get rid of her. MARCEL does not like Glissa. He's not gonna like this either. Alright, I'm gonna draw a card. Alright, we are golden. He wants to get rid of another Glissa. I got another one in my back pocket. Chewy. All right, we'll swamp up and let's go eat some stuff up. Might be overcommitting at this point, but what do you got to do? And it's gone. No more under the threat of Tenacious D. We have more than lethal coming up on this next turn. He's got to do something kooky. My big problem is I got a Tenacious D in my back pocket here. That's an additional 3. Plus I could send out the... probably be able to do... Nah, I can't do both. I can only do one or the other. Another goes against creature. Okay. Let's do this. Play it safe. I'm worried about him wiping the board, so I'm going to hold off there. Actually, I should have played it because I forgot about Tenacious D strolling back. Dead! And we win! Complete shutdown. Victory! I am playing against Kennerd. Kennerd. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a lot of our control. We just have some good guys. Mono green so far. Oh, God, I hate this crap. It slows the enchantments. Let's just go fetch another card. I mean, 5's going to be kind of cool because we can wipe a lot of guys out. Alright, but next turns are going to be Glissa and then Sheoldred and then Gix's command probably. See, I'm nowhere close. It's got to be Sheoldred, unfortunately. Whoever he picks, I've got to kill. The other guy's getting through. I'm dead. I mean, there's nothing to it. Yeah, right now, this deck is too good. It's fast. It's got Exile. It's got Creature Pump. That's why I hate playing against it. And the problem is because it's too good, I hate playing with it. All right, there we go. We are dead. All right, we're playing against the Prune 777. We got a long way to go until we're playing anything. Maybe I can put out the Dreadknight next turn. Yeah, let's just rip that in half. He's playing probably mono red aggro. Because we got a lot of expensive stuff, nothing really all that cheap. This guy costs 4 additional to be able to make him do anything. He was really open up to be a 2-3. There's a guy. He's got more stuff to play. That's like a waste, man. Alright, we'll use Sheoldred to kill it off on the next turn. I mean, all I gotta do is jump in front of it. Sheoldred will die, but that's fine. It doesn't matter, man. You get trample, sure, but you can suck up 5. Let's Nightmare. No attacks, we're cool. We gotta play defense. We only got 3 life at the moment. He's got those Mishra's Foundries. And we win! That does not look good to you, does it? Victory! Alright, let's play against PokariSweat. Sweat. PokariSweat. That's a thing, apparently. Alright. Everything's pretty expensive is the problem. 3, 4, 5. Night Dragon. Alright, so I can take out enchantments or artifacts. He's playing Azorius Soldiers. Alright, well we do have a Tear Asunder, so we can go get our Glissa back. See what else if he decides to ossify something else here. Yeah, that's not going to help out. Welcome back, baby boy. This guy's just going full control. Just got I gotta play this. I gotta play this game differently than that. Use this to draw some cards. This doesn't really matter. Alright, so we got 2 lands. Keep one, exile the other. That's the same choice we had last time. I'm going to exile this one this time. Uh-huh. You're just going to double block? Okay. Alright, that's not going to help me out at all. Okay, so I need 4 mana to be able to activate my man land, and that did not happen here. I got only 3 additional. It's not a blocker, baby. So you can find something better here. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Alright, it's down to 2. Gix's command is going to do a lot for us on the next turn. So if we don't have any creatures out, that's a serious problem. I mean, I can wipe his board. What am I up to here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have anything that's fast. That is really bad. Alright, so this guy's fighting back at 2. I mean, we have to win this game. That Gix's command was the thing that's supposed to do it for us, though. He gives that one up. That is crazy. All right. What do we have in here to bring back? Not a whole lot. He's playing against... He's doing exile like crazy on me. What's he got up there? 5 in his graveyard, enough to pull his Sheoldred trick. Okay, so he's only got one guy that can block at this moment. He can only make guys that can't block. Yeah, it's fine. If I can just thin out the herd a little bit, it's fine. Alright, number 1, we'll kill that guy. Number 2, we'll bring this guy up. And we win! In your face, Mr. Sweat. Alright, playing against Sizm. Yeah, it's dumb. I just want to put out a green first. It felt right, but if I could draw a regular green, this one might be more useful. I've been playing against a bunch of Selesnya enchantments today. It's been pretty bad. So we're going to do it anyway. Azorius. A nice swarm deck can be taken out with Gix's command. We just got to get up to 5. Ooh, but he's not playing Azorius. That's black, so it's Esper. And blue. Okay, we're back to blue again. All right, let's go rip apart his graveyard a little bit. You gonna counter it? Is that what you're gonna do? I'm not a fan of counter spells. Does it not have to? It can just go right through a ward because it can't be countered? That seems strange. But definitely it's a deck, tell me what I gotta do. I already got a Liliana, it's time to play another Liliana. We're so fragile with only having one creature out, though. That was, let's see, I got the 5 now. Do I really want to blow it away now? Yeah, let's do it. Right there and right there. And we win! Apparently that was the right decision. Victory! Alright, so here we are with Golgari number 2. And it was a really good deck. It was a really good one. According to the AetherHub, it has a 77% win rate. I had slightly less than that. But I think right now I'm in some sort of weird slump because I've been playing for 2 days and I can't get any deck to perform greater than like 10%. This deck, though, did fantastic in my giant slump. Let's see, where am I at right now? 50%, right? Which is fantastic. Fantastic. I got to believe that if I wasn't under the curse right now, that I'd be just wiping the board left and right. This deck, here's why. It's because this deck has serious amounts of just control. It is Golgari control. You are just taking everything out. Enchantments, creatures, it doesn't matter. You're just made to rip it apart. And then even if you're going up against a swarm or something, you got Gix's command. It's just one of them, though. That's the only thing that's bad. But that can help you thin the board so that you can be right back where you're at. But all you guys come out and just start punishing everybody. It is fantastic that way. All right, so let's just go ahead and talk about this deck a little bit. Who was the MVP, the most valuable player? It was Glissa the Sunslayer. Who was our most valuable player. She is an incredible defense. With First Strike and Death Touch, that means that as long as you're not going up against somebody else that also has First Strike, that Glissa can take out anybody. Anybody. She doesn't have the ability, she doesn't have reach. She can't block unblockables. But other than that, there's nothing that can stand against her. She's incredible. And if you start going against people, they are scared to touch her because she will kill, up to whatever it is, 3 with no repercussions. And if she does damage to a player, she can tear apart any enchantment that's out there. Not artifacts, but enchantments. So if they've got their heavy enchantment deck, Glissa will just start ripping them to shreds. But yeah, Glissa is by far the MVP of this deck. The only thing is I notice is anytime you get out of Glissa, ossification is just right after that. People just ossify Glissa like crazy. All right, so was this deck competitive? Right now, nothing is competitive for me. Absolutely nothing. I mean, what was I getting? Let me just take a look at my stats here. 17%, 33%, 33%, 25%, 0%. That was my last 5 decks before Golgari. And these are decks that have high win rates and are being recommended across the board, and yet just doing horrible. It's just, I don't know, something's got it out for me, and it just isn't working. But yeah, this deck at my 50% is doing fantastic. So is this a competitive deck? I'm going to say yes, it is. Here's where I think this deck had a problem. It felt like it was slow. For some reason, the shuffler kept giving me stuff in the like 3s, 4s, and 5s right off the bat. I had a really hard time getting a hold of stuff in the 1s and 2s. Yet this deck has plenty of 1s and 2s. There is no reason why this shouldn't have happened. There's like a good, 1/3 of a chance you should get something from the 2s and 3s category. You should be able to control the opening hands. It should not be a problem. But the shuffler just kept handing me big stuff right off the bat. One of the guys I'm not too hot on is Ashiok. I'm not sure Ashiok needs to be in this deck. It doesn't really feel like it does anything that provides any sort of service. Yet still, I played Ashiok. Ashiok was okay. But anyways, is it competitive? I'm going to say yes, it is. Was this deck fun? Yeah, totes. It felt fun in a mean way. Kind of like one of those good vengeance decks I like to play every once in a while because it has so many creature kill. Creature kill, creature kill, what do we got here? Creature kill, creature kill, creature kill. I mean, it's just, you're just taking out creatures left and right. It is pretty fantastic that way. Yeah, the only problem is this deck likes to go up against things that exile your creatures out. And sometimes you can't put more than one creature out, and they're just taking out every creature you put out, and you're taking out every creature they put out. It's just not fair. It's not fair. I did like going up against mono red aggro. I could usually take those guys down. This deck did a really good job against mono red aggro. So yeah, it was a fun deck. The control was cool. And when you started getting up into your upper levels with Sheoldred, that's the thing. I felt like you should be able to do better stuff up here. This Sheoldred's cool. It just Ashiok kind of burns me a little bit. All right, was this deck interesting? I played it because it was Golgari, and I love a good Golgari deck. Like, Mono Black is fantastic, but I always feel like Golgari puts that extra spice on there that helps out somehow. What does it really do? Well, it allows you to take out enchantments and artifacts. That's something Black can't normally do. Glissa is so incredible. So incredible. This guy's kind of card draw, I guess. I'm not sure that this guy's all that great for this deck. Adventure cards have a lot of value. That might be why it's good. I don't know. I might tinker with this deck a little bit just to make it better. One of the guys I really did like was Restless Cottage. I thought he was pretty fantastic, other than the fact that you have to have him and 4 other mana available to be able to get him going. But I'm always a big fan of man lands. So was this deck super interesting? Not a whole lot of Wilds of Eldraine, so you can't say it's because of the new cards. We did have Virtues. We did have some Adventures. We did have a little bit of Ashiok in there. So it's a good Golgari, up-to-date deck. It was Golgari. That's what attracted me to it. So I'm going to give just a half check for interesting. It's all right. All right, so let's add that up. Was it competitive? Check. Was it fun? Check. Was it interesting? Checkish. So I'm going to give this one just a solid A. It was a really good deck. It was well worth playing. It just wasn't terribly exciting from like from a combo perspective or anything. There was not a whole lot of big thinking here. So, and it wasn't like a lot of synergy between the cards going on. It wasn't a lot of new stuff going in there. So yeah, it was good. It was all right. But it was definitely just a solid A deck, not an A+. All right, so being that is a solid A deck, I must say, if you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.